Efforts to construct more formal houses started with various government housing programs to reduce housing backlog of more than 100,000 units. Their construction is supplemented by private developers like the Ongos Valley Company, who are developing housing units, including stand-alone houses and flats. The capital city and other growth centers around the country have seen housing developments in gated communities by these private developers. Ongos Valley, north of Katutura, is currently developing 1,500 housing units against an initial target of 28,000 dwellings, comprising 2- and 3-bedroom units, inspected by President Geingob. The development is mainly targeting middle-income earners, particularly civil servants, to own a dwelling they can call home.
It's the same layout.
Do we really have to go there?
No,
Outside. Why is it outside?
No, we have
So they
to,
painted one.
the person must still come choose his colors of which color he
from
wants
those
to paint.
ones.
From those ones. So he comes and chooses.
I like that.
Yeah, so the
Some
person...
of other color blind, so if you are told this one or that one, beautiful. I will say I take the blue one.
Yeah.
Either the what you call down, not the yellow.
No, the yellow is too much.
It will be too wild, too busy, making noise. Those ones are what also?
Those are what we call the trendy houses. It's for the young people. It's 2 bedrooms. It's much smaller. It's about 490,000.
Okay.
And it's very popular with the young starter packs.
The polos.
Like the polos.
The Ongos Valley already has features of a Municipal Part 1 area, Urban and Rural Development Ministry says. This is because of the provision of all municipal and other convenient services it intends to provide, but the developers will have to apply for the status.
Bulk infrastructure has not been invested in a big way since the 60s and 70s and 80s. Korenchap Dam was one of the biggest investments of its time. Today, the wastewater treatment plant at Korenchap Dam is about 128% oversubscribed. So it's not a matter of just adding more houses. A lot of this urban sprawling is because there's no bulk infrastructure. A lot of the housing problems we have in the country is because there's no bulk infrastructure. You need wastewater treatment plants, you need reclamation treatment plants, you need electricity, substations, load stations. And all of these were part of the Ongos undertaking that we had to do in order to make this dream a reality.
A standard freestanding home here would set the buyer back a little over $600,000. However, through the rent-to-own program, homeowners can enter into an agreement which would allow them to own the property after 5 years.
During these 5 years, you have an option of prepayment. Say, for instance, if you have some side hustles, what have you are able to have bonuses here and there, you are able to make payments on your property. At the end of year 5, those prepayments get to be deducted from the purchase price, and you basically only have to pay the rent to own, the difference at the end of year 5.
The first completed houses at the Ongos Valley are expected to be handed over in February next year, as the 20-year project's construction would be done in 8 phases. The project employs over 2,000 Namibians, which the president applauded. Blanche Koreses, NBC News, at Ongos Valley.